up a hatchet, split out his brains, and...
Welcome to Driven by Me, and this is now I'm back for the 3D, but I don't have sound. I need to connect my phone to the computer. Now, there we go. Full screen. What's wrong with Twitch? Usually Twitch has one, always one method, but not today. Okay. I should have get some ice cube in glass before the stream. We'll take a break later, a bit later. Let's start by making the files. Then I will take the little break. Blender. Can get rid of this. So Blender, what you do is you do this, delete this. You can save this if you want. That way you don't have the light and cube when you do a new file. So you hate having the cube. I don't ever use them, so why not? Just so you see, don't save. You see now. This is the startup. Let's create the file itself, which would be Uppsala in my folder. So look at my full drive, all of them for that one. Is project. Lovely. 3D character. New folder. Character. And that would be enter. I will save it. Because this is a Blender API, I cannot use my direct folder, which is the middle mouse click software that you can get for free. And you can add any folder that you want to access rapidly in Windows. I don't know if there's a other version. Direct folder for Windows. No, it's only Windows. It was my character 3D modeling teacher who used this to introduce us to this back in 2000. 15, 16. Since then I didn't stop using it. Okay. Character is made. Folder. Have a good organization in your folders. I named them Elflings just so that it's different than the name of the game, even though it means the exact same thing. Like it's the name you would call the creature. You could both use Elflings or Elfley. And Elfley is like Nordic for little elf. In Nordic, they write elf with a special letter, the AE letter, stitched together. Let's see if I can find it. Why do you say that, Stream Element? I don't want the chat, but what is that? Spam filter. Why do you say that, Stream Element? Software. It's a software that you can have overlays and sponsorship. And I deactivated the bot, but it seems to not be. And why does it say that? Why would I? I deactivated you. The bot is currently muted. Of course. I muted. So the sponsor today is Factor. On the right side of the screen, you see the coupon code for US citizen only 50% off the shipping. Click in the description in YouTube if you are on YouTube. It will add up as a click, I think. Unique click. I need 3 unique clicks from a specific unique ID. You need to be a new subscriber to Factor. US citizen. Use the link or the coupon code. No honey karma coupon browser. Order successfully shipped. 1 order max per subscriber. I don't have any yet. I don't have enough people watching. Not enough American people watching. Want to see what's wrong with the stream element book. If it would be activated, I could have those commands, which I don't think it's very useful. But they are activated, so it should work. Let's see. Let's try one of the commands. Where's my stream? Uh, 8 ball. Nothing. Nothing special. Is it because I deactivated? What? It's activated. The thing is, if I activate the bow, I won't stop talking using the TTS. Okay. Let's continue then. What I want. I want this. I want cut this out. So I would need to cut. Let's reflect on it. When you do 3D modeling for character, you need to have the T-pose. The thing is, now I want to use Metahuman. I want to test Metahuman, which is Unreal from Epic. And I never use it. I tested it a bit. I tried a bit to use it, but not enough to have completely use it from A to Z. But I want to learn it right now. So, I'm a bit tired. Maybe I shouldn't have made. I shouldn't make 2 streams a day. Maybe I shouldn't. It would be a short one though. Then just watching Metahuman stuff. Custom character. Okay, so Metahuman is made by Epic. It's not yet stable. It's a new, somewhat new feature that is coming, but it's very advanced for new features. So it has a lot of coding in it, which allow you can plug your phone and do face motion capture. But this guy just made it. This is just texture. With this texture, but you can let's see. Metahuman phone. I think you need the specific phones like iPhone. Oh, Android.
How you can use your Android
I
phone's
might do
camera
it.
to scan and create a Metahuman inside Unreal Engine, which
Oh
you can
no, in
further
scan.
use in your games or your movie scenes. So this is going to vary.
Just scan. I want motion capture. Frame answer. Okay, so when there's an ad, I do my own. There's a factor coupon code there. No Facebook ad.
Performance capture scene in Unreal Engine using some of the cheapest tools on the market. But while these tools might look good for short TikTok dances or action shots, I wanted to find out if they could actually be used for an actual performance with metahumans. So I'll be using QuickMagic AI, a mocap solution that can get full body and hand animation from a single camera of any kind. And for the face animation, I'll be
This
using our
might not
trusty
be free. QuickMagic AI. Premium 50 coins monthly. It seems to be AI, AI mocap. So you would be limited by 50 coins per month. That's a bit bad.
From a single camera of any kind. And for the face animation, I'll be using our trusty Metahuman animator. But this time there's a catch. I'll be using an Android phone instead of an iPhone. Thanks to a $20 plugin called Face Depth Frame Mancer, Metahuman animator can now be used with any kind of camera. This rapidly evolving technology is lowering the barrier to Unreal Engine filmmaking like crazy. So if you're looking to get started as quickly and cheaply as possible, this one's for you.
What time? 5 months ago. Maybe there's something new since this time 5 months. Let's do Android. Don't have an iPhone. Four months ago. Coupon code factor.
Back today. I'm so excited to show you this. Recording motion capture with anything, any footage at all, with an Android, with an iPhone, with a DSLR, with any phone. However you capture your footage, you can motion track from it now. The software is called Marionette. I've been using it for a few weeks now. I really love it. I'm gonna break today's video down into 3 sections. First is showcasing.
Let's see Marionette. Subscription 3. Full access motion capture to full access to filter. I might try this then. What is the difference? 3-second export. Yeah, that's the limit. Maybe the $20 thing is better. No commercial use. Wow. Maybe the $20 is better. Is there something earlier than this? Maybe there's something new this month. Capture. How to use Android Lifelink Face for real-time Metahuman. Maybe this.
Albion Online is a sandbox MMO.
I will be able to animate my characters with my face, just for the fun.
Like over there and over there, like that's how sometimes in Uganda, that's how we gesture when say over there. But guys, do you see what's on the screen right now? Do you know why I'm excited?
Over there.
It's because finally we can use Live Link on the Android phone, on our Android phone. So to all my fellow Android users out there, you're gonna be able to use your Android phone to run Live Link, and that means that you can use Live Link to drive in real time the facial animation of your Metahuman, and then that means you'll also be able to record it and apply it to the body of any
as you can
Metahuman.
see.
So right,
Metahuman, what's the deal? Check the red wrinkles on his forehead. That's Metahuman. What occurs, what is special about it, is that it compresses the skin pores, and the normal map have like mask, which that's crazy. I cannot explain it, but they have like specific mask in to certain region where it folds. Let's see if there's an
Just 2 weeks
explanation.
ago, I was at Unreal Fest, and what I saw there absolutely blew my mind. And no, that's not just YouTube hyperbole. Check this out. I got to test a completely markerless, real-time, full performance capture setup for both body and face, streaming directly into Unreal Engine onto a Metahuman. This was demoed to thousands of people throughout the course of the convention, and was even done live during the State of Unreal keynote.
Now I'm gonna do it like a giant and like looking up at like myself as a giant or whatever.
Yep. And honestly, this is hands down the best real-time performance capture I have ever seen. And it had no suits, no markers, and no depth sensors. The freedom that gives actors and filmmakers, or anyone doing performance capture for that matter, is a total game changer. And in this video, I'm going to show you why. We're going to take a really close look at the accuracy of these real-time captures, as well as break down the costs.
Of course, the cost.
So
it's
here's
not
the
what
gear that I was using. For body capture, I stepped into the Capture Live setup, which is a fully markerless mocap system that tracks everything from head to fingers with AI and machine vision cameras.
Yeah,
At the
that's
same
it.
time, I wore the Core HMC facial rig by Captive.
That's not cheap, but it's certainly cheaper than 10 years ago. 10 years ago, doing this was the crazy $10 million. Maybe not that, but like the first to use technology like that was Ubisoft and big AAA studio. Now anyone like me in his own can do it with the phone. It was like very expensive. I want to see the technical details or something, like demo, where they explain the maps. They have like what can I search to get that? Maybe oh there. Maybe that could be one. Oh, wrinkle map.
Came up with recently in extracting wrinkle maps from metahumans. It's going to be two phases. First of all, I'm going to be exporting the maps, adjusting them inside of Photoshop. And next up, I'm going to go ahead and export this. I'm going to bring this part of the forehead.
Yeah, they have.
Top layer with the wrinkle map.
I should have made those maps.
So
but
everything that is the same as the underlying layer will become black. Essentially, it's a mask, and this is what we can use. So on the top layer, I'm gonna add a mask. I'm gonna go into the mask, go to image, apply image. I'm gonna make sure the blending is set to normal.
That's not what I want to see, but I'm interested to watch it.
We were responsible for many high-end, and you could do all that by yourself. And this became possible with the introduction of...
Wonder if they talked about it.
So this is the likeness that we are going to try to recreate today. Blood flow maps, as some call them.
Oh yeah, the flood. That's what I was.
Maps as well.
They have blood flow and things like that.
Color. This is still only just one map. So then they would reuse that one map in place of previously 3 animated maps as well. And it's understood that this one gets replaced with this one. And then the blood flow maps, as some call them, need to be also replaced with this same one map. So all the maps in the lower row are exactly the same. And this is understandable why you would do that. So you don't want any discrepancy between your base color and the animated color map. So if you kept it like that, you would get like a funky animation going on, because if he was to do a brow raise, you would get this map activating, and that would be really weird. So then they would scrap all the maps that were downloaded from the bridge, and they would use one map instead of previously 4 maps. So this is fine. You might not require that much of a high fidelity for your project, or you don't really need the blood flow maps, but now you need to decide what to do.
I think I should use Metahuman.
So if you decide to replace them, then you need to authorize one new map, the base map, and then you would also do the same thing. So you would replace the animated map for the normal maps with this just one map, and that's going to give you this. So you have now you have the compatible color and normal between themselves, because they are coming from the same source. But now you lose all the wrinkles, and the expressions suddenly become very unexpressive. So here you can see the original that we downloaded using the original normal map for the brow raise, and here on the right side we are just reusing the neutral map, which does not have any kind of information about that specific expression. And the only thing that is happening there is actually coming from the deformation of geometry, but there's nothing going on the surface of the skin. So then you might actually keep the normals and replace just the color. And now the issue there is the discrepancy between the details in the color, which is new map of your own talent, and the information that you have on the normal maps, which are...
you see the pores of the skin, which...
require like highest fidelity, or your color map is low resolution anyways. Then you could...
Because why the pores get more intense, it's because, as you can see, when you squish the skin, it's like a bubble, and the pores get like all more intensive.
You can get away with it because you will be relying for the skin tone on the color map, but the details will not be there. So you could have the details in normal, and that could work. I've seen people do that.
And if you don't do, like, if you would only do the wrinkles, it wouldn't be the same.
So the one
it
thing that
will
is
look
still
as
is that
realistic.
the normal maps contribute greatly to a specific likeness. So here you can see the original character's actual brow rays, both in scan and in scan with color on. And the image on the far right there is the one downloaded from the database. And obviously that's way off. That's not the same guy. If he did the brow rays, you would be weirded out. So a person generally looks like you would expect them to, and then if they express a weird smiley, they can look quite uncanny. So obviously the best way to approach this is to actually make all the maps from scratch, everything. And luckily, this is something we have done a lot, albeit for a different purpose. So back in the day when the service business was our most dominant occupation, we had like a variety of different rig fidelities to offer. And one of the lowest ones was actually similar to the process we are going to do today. And it's similar in a way that had one thing in common, and that is one single scan input for the neutral, and that's it. So we would then process just the neutral, and then we would assemble the author rig from it, and then the author rig would estimate all the other expressions based just on that one neutral. So all these expressions are completely fabricated. You're noticing, but here.
So I won't do pores, I guess, because I don't know if it would be human skin. I would need to test it to see it. Or a duvet. A duvet. How do we say duvet in English? Is it in it? Because it's in French. Duvet. I think it comes from French. Duvet. I don't hear it. Mute.
Duvet.
Duvet. French is duvet. I think it comes from French. Of course, etymology will go further back in time, but yeah, down. From French, literally down. Down. Duvet. Duvet. Meaning down. It doesn't sound like sous, en-dessous, dessous, duvet, dessous, duvet, dessous, sous. Dumet. I don't know this word. Down. Okay. It's close to the word down.
That exactly is the case. So the solve on the right does have like a fold on the upper eyelid, while the character here.
I might do wrinkles. Maybe pores if it looks. It fits with the character, but the realism depends. We'll see. What I want to do is custom character. Let's see the earliest one. So they are, or maybe 5.5. Presence. There's a channel who does only, if not mostly, custom characters, which I think we saw somewhere in there. I remember this one. I've seen it in this one. When I said I did some Metahuman, I followed this tutorial back then. It was for my project, but I skipped it because I thought because Metahuman is still in experimental development or beta. It's not fully usable, just like PCG. This is Tom Cruise in the movie It's Less That Vampire. Meeting with the vampire. Interview with the vampire. Custom character. There's a channel that does only Metahuman. I think it's this one. Okay, more than. Let's open them all. This one I already opened. Let's see. Yeah, this girl does a lot of AI stuff. There's one girl who does a lot of Metahuman too. Well, not Metahuman. Motion cap, Unreal. She's called Miko. She's very funny. A VTuber. Unreal VTuber. She is Unreal, and like she does.
So this is a groom from Unreal Engine 5. Each of the strands are simulated. Isn't that cool? Now this is a longer flowing hair. Not that kind of physics test just yet, my
Physics
friends.
test.
Not that just yet. So this is a groom.
The chat can punch her. I would like you to be able to punch.
Atera is the IT painkiller.
She's very funny. Here, take a look.
I'm going to show you how I made this character inside of Unreal Engine 5.6 Metahuman tools. First, make sure you download the Metahuman for Maya plugin from Fab. Make sure to follow the install instructions in the new Metahuman documentation page. You'll be able to find the plugin inside of the Epic Games launcher. When you download 5.6, make sure you turn on the Metahuman core data. Turn on all of the Metahuman plugins. Now when you right-click on the content browser, you'll be able to see the Metahuman character option. I'm going to speed through this process, but here I'm working on my base mesh so I can export to make my custom Metahuman.
Okay, she does it outside, inside.
Once my base mesh
Metahuman.
I'm going to create the rig.
I won't do. I will do in Blender.
After that's done, change the assembly option to DCC export, choose your output folder and hit assemble.
Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about how you should prepare your custom Metahuman meshes
Yeah,
for
this
the
guy.
meta wipe. In here, as you can see, I tested my custom character inside
This is the one I
Mesh
will
to
do,
Metahuman.
I
And
guess,
as you
because
can see,
he's in ZBrush, which I don't have the license, but I'm very good with ZBrush. And there, this is Maya. Seems to be Maya. Let's see. It's sometimes the Blender is so unique that I might need someone who does use Blender. DNA add-on. Blender works a lot with the add-ons. especially game dev. So, but not just game dev. Okay, nice. But is it free? Okay, it might not be free because it seems to be like what is this? It's since it's on GitHub, it's free. It has to be free. Or they didn't expose the. Let's keep this because now you see all the maps that there is to for all the compression of the skin. Let's keep that. Yeah. Polyhammer stuff. Let's see what else. We use Substance Painter. Yeah, I will use Blender instead.
Metahuman workflow using Blender, Unreal Engine, Substance Painter. I will show you all I do creating this character from mesh deform to
I'm very good with Substance Painter too, but
by following all
I
steps
don't have
in
the
this
license.
So,
it's too
let's get
much
started.
money.
First, we need to install Unreal Engine 5,
Blender can do this,
and
the
Pixel
thing.
Bridge plugin. I used
Bit of
5.2 on this video, but you can use 5.1 or 5.3 as well. After installing, open a new project, select a game, and put any name for your project.
OBS.
You need to activate Metahuman plugin through Edit, Plugin, search Metahuman, tick it, and restart it. Then go to the Window tab, open the Pixel Bridge. You need to sign in Epic Games here. Then click this icon. Then you can see Metahuman presets. Then click this MHC icon. The new window tab will be popped up. Choose your version
I
and
think
launch.
this
And we are
might
set.
be different
Since I
by now.
decided to make Kazuya in Tekken 8, I choose the most resemble one to him. We can roughly change our Metahuman skin, eye, hair, and many things. Those are not really important. The important thing here is taking all clothes off.
Yeah, boy.
If clothes remain, the parts inside the clothes are missing, so we should remove them. After tweaking things, just close this window tab. All we did saved already, so don't worry about it.
This
Now
might
in the
have
Pixel
changed
Bridge,
by now. Let's see another one. This one is very close
Today,
to
I'm
what
going to
I'm
show you
doing.
a tool that will be a
Everyone, welcome back. John C is here. This is what we left off from the previous tutorial using Unreal Engine 5.3 Preview.
Unreal Engine.
The full version on Unreal 5.6 has finally arrived. Let's see how the Metahuman Creator plugin in Unreal Engine handles this kind of style of the characters. This is a custom model I did in the past. I use the Metahuman topology to wrap around this character. To work with your custom character, it needs to be a Metahuman topology. And it needs to be in a Metahuman pose.
Yeah, that's that I know.
Okay, so let's get.
I want to see its previous tutorial then.
I hope this message finds you well.
Yeah, that's one of the guy. Because only Metahuman. I think it might be this one.
Today, I'm going to show you a tool that will be a
Coupon code factor 50% off on the screen right now on the other side of my screen.
This is John CG once again. In the
He
last
makes
video, I tried the capabilities
AI
of Unreal
voice.
Engine 5.6 to customize Metahuman. And does it work? Without using any third-party plugin? Let's try to find out. As you can see here, I did some tests on my old character that I did before, a stylized character with big eyes, a small mouth, and a jaw. Open Metahuman Creator, select
Oh,
the
it
body
didn't change that.
select Conform, and from Template, select the body, and select the Import button. Do the same with the head. Load all the meshes needed. One thing to remember for this one to work. It needs to be a metahuman topology and a metahuman pose for the body to work properly.
Okay, it said was already done. Maybe there's one.
We can see our MetaHuman on My MetaHuman tab. We need to download it first to edit. Downloading MetaHuman takes a while.
This is the one I skipped. Let's do the other.
And if you didn't do it, you should go back and
1 year ago might be too much.
A week ago, Unreal Engine 5.6 released a preview version. Now I have time to check what's the latest for Metahuman
This is the
because
guy
I
with
love
this.
Metahuman. Check this one, how cool it is. This Unreal Engine without any third-party plugin. How about that?
There is not much in there. Same thing all over and over.
On other characters. I have 8 levels of detail and have been tested on a wide range of hardware platforms, from feature film to mobile. If you're interested in learning about my animation rig or high-fidelity deformations, built on Control Rig, the new strand-based hair system via the Groom component, or how everything is tied together and animated in Sequencer.
That's not a good one. I want a recent one because Aye. But again, no blocking there. Unable to block anything.
In this video, I will talk about the enhancement I used in creating my custom metahuman, Albert Einstein.
From feature film to mobile. If you're interested in learning about my animation rig or high-fidelity depth,
Change metahuman head through importing conformed mesh. Why this method of head transformation is truly remarkable. Of course, you can't create any head with it, but most normal human heads can be created absolutely accurately. And precision is especially important when creating likeness, such as when making a 3D twin or digital double.
the new strand-based hair system via the Groom component, or how everything is tied together and animated in Sequencer.
In the old version, when using mesh to metahuman, the head was created not really inaccurately. It seemed to be smoothed out and adjusted to fit the body. In other words, you ended up with an averaged head. Of course, it still resembled the original, but largely, it was more of a parody and resulted in more cartoonish characters. In this case, when using mesh to metahuman, you could get an approximate head with adjusted bones, which is very important for
That's
animation.
not what I want.
To achieve the final likeness, artists employed
Today, I'm going to show you a tool that will
You got the markings of greatness in ya. But you got to take the helm and chart your own course. Stick to it, no matter the squalls. And when the time comes, you get the chance.
The head. Today, I will walk you through my workflow on how to achieve this custom metahuman using the conform in the Metahuman Creator plugin. To work, you need these 5 elements: the head, the body, the teeth, and the eyes. It should be a metahuman base mesh and topology. To get your base mesh, you need to install Quixel Bridge on your computer. Once you download it, log into your account, and you're ready. Download one of these character presets. This will take a minute, and you can take your coffee. By the way, if you're interested in following along with tutorials, I include all the files with this tutorial on my Patreon, so go and check it out. Okay, once it is downloaded, navigate to the files where the files were downloaded. Click these 3 dots to locate your files. Once you find them, open Maya and drag them to the viewport. Rotate your model to negative 90 degrees on.
Yeah. What was the for me? Import the metahuman from the DNA file, let you customize it, and then send it back to Unreal. Yet now, I wonder. Why is it on GitHub? All the code for the add-on is available on GitHub. This is major advantage to a lot of the other tooling related to customizing metahuman DNA. Why do they sell it? Okay.
You're not going to believe what happened. Tell me everything.
Gorilla model here in Blender because I think it makes a good example. If we apply some of these expressions like rage, surprise, happiness, you can see there's some issues with intersecting geometry, especially around the teeth and the lips, since these are custom teeth. So once we've done all we can in terms of adjusting the base topology and bone positions, the final step is to make these final corrections using shape keys. So we can go over to the shape key panel and we can click import all shape keys. This can take a bit, but this will import all the blend shapes from the DNA file that's linked against your RigLogic instance. The base DNA file used when making this gorilla is actually just Ada's DNA from Metahuman Creator. So she has about 800 blend shapes. So those are all going to import on top of the gorilla's topology. And this will give us a good starting point with all the different expressions and colors.
I forgot. In Blender, it's not the morph target, it's blend shape. Morph target is 2DS Max. That's not free. But why is it? What's free there? What is free there? Let's see. Let's buy ourselves what?
you're going to see this Polyhammer build tool workflow repository. Go ahead and click on that. This is a template repository. So go ahead and click use template, give it a name, and make sure you have the permissions set to private. And then go ahead and create this repository in your own account. The reason we have to do this is this add-on actually uses parts of Unreal Engine. We are not allowed to compile parts of Unreal Engine and redistribute that with our code. However, it is perfectly fine for you to access Unreal Engine source code and compile those dependencies yourself. That's why we made this workflow so that you can do that in your own account and build this for your own production. All right, the last thing you'll need to do to get this up and running is you'll need a access token. The simplest way to do this is just to go to our documentation and click on the link that pre-configures the permissions for your access token. However, you can also just copy all the permissions you see here on the screen and create a new token. Once you have that token copied, you're going to want to go to your repository settings, go to the secrets section, and you're going to add a new secret for your action. Name this secret exactly as you see here, GH_PAT, and then put in the value. And that's it. It's all configured. So from here on out, every time you want to build a new version of the add-on, you're just going to go to the Actions tab. You're going to go to the Build section, and then you're going to click on the Run Workflow. You're going to choose your product ID, and then you're going to click Run Workflow. If you refresh, you can see it building. This can take a little bit, maybe even around 15 minutes. But just wait till it's complete, and then you'll see a release pop up on the landing page of your repository. Now just download that zip file and then drag and drop it into Blender, and you're ready to go.
What?
All right, now that you have access to our Get.
But I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. You need to buy it, and they give you access. Okay, it's not free. Uninstall and delete from the folder. Everything there is free. Oh, I bought it. Let's go with another one. This guy could be, but I would need to find. He's using Maya, which can be misleading. It could be. I could end up maybe this one. 2 years ago, it's a bit too old. Let's see. This month. Is it free? Mesh AI. It's
This is your
the
brain
AI
when you're struggling to focus.
generator, which I don't want to use. I'm a capable artist and not very beautiful or controllable. Maybe a human one is not that bad.
appearance of your metahuman in Unreal Engine and Blender without plugins. So let's start. First of all, you need to insert your metahuman character that you want to change through Quixel Bridge. I advise you to take a character in slippers before importing from Metahuman Creator if you are going to change shoes. Go to Edit Blueprint, and here you need to remove slippers. Compile and save.
She's a bit too far in the process because what is this? Two weeks ago.
That without test animation in the beginning, your metahuman now has pants that work perfectly.
Custom clothes,
Hey guys,
you know.
unfortunately it's me again, and
I'm not here there yet. But this one, she didn't say all the things you need to do. Like this one. Is it this one?
Base mesh and topology. To get your base mesh, you need to install Quixel Bridge on your computer. Once you
Quixel Bridge. I don't know. Remember, I don't think I. Need to create it. Damn it. Metahuman. But no, that's not Metahuman. Scan library. Yeah. I will just set up everything, and that will be it for today. Let's also set up the what engine, so we know how to export the asset. So set your plugin location directory. Engine plugin. Okay. Where did I install this? One quick way to know is to go to your Unreal Engine library and install let me see where you installed it last time. Plugin. Don't have plugin. Engine. Plugin. There you go. Done. Okay, next. I need to take a break. Be back in a few minutes. Stay with me.
You download it, log into your account, and you're ready. Download one of these character presets. This will take a minute, and you can take your coffee. By the way, if you're interested in following along with tutorials, I include all the files with this tutorial on my Patreon, so go and check it out. Okay, once it is downloaded, navigate to the files where the files were downloaded. Click these three dots to locate your files.
That plugin. Okay. Which one would be our victim? I'm looking like maybe a female, probably female, good looking. It all look tired. This one is fine. Malika. Start. MH. Metahuman creator. Okay.
Once you find them, open my these. Okay, once all the files with this tutorial on my Patreon, so go and check it out. Okay, once it is downloaded, navigate to the files where the files were downloaded. Click these three dots to locate your files. Once you find them, open Maya, and
I think I need to download them.
it is downloaded, navigate to the files where the files were downloaded. Click these three dots to locate.
Okay. I need to download it. Where? Okay, I need to download it. Okay, but I don't care. I'm already there. Oh, okay. This is the first one I did long ago. The tutorial I told you. I'm not in UE4. I'm not UE4. This is UE4. Hello, Cassiona Code. How you doing? Okay, so I need to download it from there. How you doing? Cassiona Code. Let's see. Cool. What are you all about? You do Unity stuff. Okay. With Blender. Cool. Do you have a project or? Yes, I'm doing 3D model. Yes, I'm doing 3D. I was doing Metahuman. I want to try the Metahuman custom characters in Unreal. This is your game. Release date May. It's soon. Motion art. So you did this in Unity. Cool. 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 Do you have a specific question about what I was doing? Oh, cool. That's I did some Unity stuff. That's cool. What were you looking for when you stumbled upon me? I have maybe around 3 years or something. I was more in 3ds Max before, but at my job I use 3ds Max, ZBrush. But my Blender is about 3 years. I'm not yet fine with all of it, but I'm getting used to it. It's better than paying the license currently of 3ds Max, ZBrush, and all of them all together. ZBrush does a lot of stuff. It's not very experienced. I would say very experienced. I would be like 10 years into it. But, there are things that Blender cannot do, but I can deal with it. I can deal with it. Experience, not in Blender, yes. Almost 10 years, if I don't. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Enjoy your work. Oh, how can I bring that? I don't remember. Let's see the old tutorial that I watched back then. It would be still relevant. Where is it? It's those guys. I think. Yeah, I think it's those guys.
Technology is changing our world faster than
Metahuman. What's this one? Back then, they were almost only the one doing this tutorial. There wasn't a lot as much as today.
textures and added horns. And we're gonna teach you exactly how to do it step by step. In this video, we're gonna show you the fastest and most efficient workflow for customizing your MetaHuman's mesh, its textures, and even the eyes and the teeth without the use of any additional paid plugins. We are also going to teach you how to add any items to your MetaHumans like this horn, or this, or this, or this. This is Darth Maul from Star Wars, created by using Farhad's Metahuman. That means I went from this to this to this. But there's no way you can customize it to look like this in Unreal Engine alone. You are going to need to customize them outside in Blender and Substance Painter. Even if you're a beginner, don't worry, because we're gonna walk you through every step of the way to make sure
You don't need Substance Painter. Blender can do not as good as Substance, but it can do polygon painting.
you don't hit any road.
UV polygon paint. You have your UV map. You can do UV polygon.
Let's go!
First, we need to find references for the character we're trying to create. In our case, it's Darth Maul. For the mood board, we're using a free software called PureRef.
PureRef, everyone does.
Begin with a blank project. First, you'll want to add your metahuman to the scene. You can either use one of the existing DNAs in Quixel Bridge or choose one that you've already created. We previously showed how
And back then, Quixel Bridge was installed there. Maybe that's why I couldn't do. Yeah, I think I will leave it soon. There. I shouldn't do 2 live stream per day. It gets me tired. Oh, it worked. Can I? Okay, I got her. I might have, I should have maybe removed the hair like I did. Let's see what they say. Because I followed this tutorial, maybe they removed the
how
hair.
to create your own
Or is it
metahuman
me?
in another video, so feel free to watch that if you are interested in creating a custom metahuman. Since we want to work on the exposed body, you are going to need to download a metahuman that is not wearing any clothes and preferably has slippers on. Locate your metahuman.
Okay, that's why she's airless. So how did they do that?
So
Where are they?
Locate your files.
No. Where are they? There.
Download a custom metahuman. Since we want to work on
So seems to be nowhere. Okay, there. Flap. Rip. Rip. Shrap. Slip. Okay. Amelia. I blended the corner. Let's see what it does. Just curious. What is that? Is it already blend? No. Apolitia. Okay. What else? Also, the Metahumans, I've noticed, seems to have a big head. Big head. This one, worst. Because when you... It's as if the head was made for the top body there. When you lose weight, you lose bone mass. It seems that they didn't do this. They didn't think about it. But you can change it anyway. Okay. Okay, let's get serious. Like here, Cynthia is too large. I would like almost go almost. Let's pick the one where the head fits. Yeah. Okay, where is the bid?
The exposed body, you are going to need to download a metahuman that is not wearing any clothes and preferably has slippers on. Locate your metahuman in the content browser and drag it.
Ay, sorry for that. How can I? How do I? Let's run. Enter. What? Don't do this to me. Okay. How do I download it? That's a bit. Oh. Import will be export. Yes, no. Yes and no. Oh, it updated. Damn. Okay, but I don't care about this. Because I don't use what they say. You can select the the map. Cool. Want them all? Why not? Hello. What? Do you have dime polybars? Brushes? FBX to asset. Don't need the source. No. Yes, I want the source asset, not the Unreal. That way I don't need Unreal. Modify it. Well, don't need why passing through Unreal when you can just skip it. With generating, I think I will leave it there today. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow with PCG. Yeah, that will be it. So thank you for watching and see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Let's run the outro. Let's take a little clap.